In 2006, Italy were on top of the world champions, one of the most feared teams in football. But just over a decade later, something unthinkable happened. Italy failed to qualify for the World Cup, and then it happened again. For a country with 4 World Cup titles, this wasn't just failure, it was a collapse. So how did one of football's greatest nations fall this far? To understand what went wrong, you have to go back to when everything looked perfect. During the 1990s and early 2000s, Italian football was at its peak. Serie A was the strongest league in the world. The best players came to Italy. The biggest clubs dominated Europe, and that success fed directly into the national team. Strong domestic competition created world-class Italian players who were tactically elite, defensively disciplined, and mentally tough. But beneath that dominance, cracks were already forming. The first major issue was how Italian football was structured financially. Unlike other leagues, Italian clubs operated individually when it came to television rights. This created a massive gap between the top teams and the rest. While giants like Juventus and Milan thrived, smaller clubs struggled to survive. Over time, this imbalance weakened the league as a whole because when only a few teams are strong, you don't develop enough top-level domestic talent. At the same time, the Premier League was building something very different. Revenue was shared more evenly. Clubs across the table became competitive, and with better financial stability, even mid-table teams could attract quality players. This raised the overall level of English football. Meanwhile, Italy's system remained fragmented, and slowly the league began to fall behind. Then came a turning point that damaged Italian football deeply. The 2006 match-fixing scandal. It shook the foundations of the game in Italy. Top clubs were punished. Reputation was damaged globally. And while Italy won the World Cup that same year domestically, the system had already been weakened. Trust was lost, stability was shaken, and recovery would take years. Another major problem was investment. For decades, Italian clubs relied on wealthy owners, individuals who funded success from their own pockets. But football changed. New money entered the game, billionaires, corporations, even state-backed ownership, and most of that investment flowed into England. Italian clubs couldn't keep up financially, and as a result, they began losing their best players and attracting fewer world-class talents. Infrastructure made things worse. Many stadiums in Italy are outdated. Some were built nearly a century ago. They weren't designed for modern football economics. Limited revenue for match days, poor facilities, and slow renovation processes all meant less money for clubs, and less money means fewer resources to develop players. All of this had a direct impact on the national team because strong national teams depend on strong domestic systems. When the league declines, player development suffers, fewer young players break through at the highest level, fewer players gain experience in elite environments, and gradually the talent pipeline begins to dry up. By the late 2000s, the consequences were clear. Italy struggled to replace its golden generation. The squad lacked depth, it lacked consistency, and in crucial moments, it lacked quality. Failure to qualify for the 2018 World Cup was a shock, but missing out again in 2022, that confirmed it. This wasn't bad luck. It was a systemic problem. There have been signs of recovery. Italy won the European Championship in 2021. Young players are emerging, clubs are slowly stabilizing, but the gap at the top level remains. Because rebuilding a football system takes time, and while Italy is trying to recover, other nations are moving forward even faster. Today, Italy is still a respected football nation, but no longer a dominant one. From world champions and to missing consecutive World Cups, it's a fall few could have imagined, and a reminder that in modern football, standing still is the fastest way to fall behind. But maybe this isn't the end of Italy's story, because football has a way of repeating itself. The same nation that dominated the world in 2006 is now being forced to rebuild from the ground up. New players, new ideas, and a system that finally needs to evolve. The real question isn't whether Italy can come back. It's whether they can adapt fast enough before the rest of the world leaves them even further behind. Because in modern football, history means nothing if you can't keep up with the present.